so you can be the
What?
man you want to be. We'll give you better muscle tone, mood, endurance, and a stronger sex drive. Plus, clinical studies have shown
Just do a little bit at a time, you know, and work it in the car, and then come back and squirt a little more out. It's coming.
Your listening area are guaranteed to get a full-size supply of Eternal Male. So call right now.
All right. Well, you see, we got a little bit of work going on here. We
1-800-500-4024.
it's kind of interesting when we put this thing in. We painted these black. We had always intended to have all the trim black, but that was before we decided on the charcoal gray as the top color. So, and it's also funny that when we put both quarter panels on this car, we went ahead and put these vent windows in back a long time ago, and thinking it'd just be a lot easier. But we got them both back out of there now. And it's funny, I couldn't remember how to get them out, and did a YouTube search for how to remove quarter windows on a 65 Mustang, and Jeff Chance's video is the one that came up, so it's pretty cool to watch him take that out and use his documentation there. So, as you see, there's Matt, and we are. Matt is off of school this next week and has taken off work, and so have I. And so we're going to try to make a final push here on getting this thing going. And we're not going to make a lot of videos showing what we're actually doing. Probably just make a 1 or 2 minute, maybe 3 minute video at the end of each day showing what we're doing. But here is the task list that we've got. And, you know, we're just hopefully going to be spending 12, 14 hours a day out here and chopping off this list, and hopefully get this thing ready so he can start driving it to work and school. You know, as you know, we won't have it perfectly finished up. It'll probably never be completely finished, but hopefully we can get it inspected and get it running and driving and all the details back in it so he can drive it to school. All right, we'll wrap it up here, and at the end of the day, come back with we've spent probably 2 or 3 hours out here so far, and I'm going to show you the task list that we've got. And so we'll wrap it up at the end of the day and show you what we got done and what we're going to do tomorrow. Well, I thought really all we needed was time, you know, a lot of dedication and time, but really what we need is a commitment to being serious, to have any chance of getting this done. Not a lot of goofing around.
Can't be serious all day.
All right, we're wrapping it up for the day. Matt's over here drinking a tall one. What you got there, bud?
Oh, just the best stuff on earth. It's not Snapple though, sorry.
Code Red.
Yeah.
So what all we get done today, bud?
Well, my opinion, quite a bit. I started off back here this morning, and we fixed the hood shocks. Yeah. That you messed up. Remember that?
Yeah, I installed them incorrectly, and they had too much pressure coming up, so Matt reinstalled those, adjusted them.
All I did was basically drill a new hole to lower down on there, and then move those back equally on both sides.
Well, we got 2 sets of holes everywhere.
Oh yeah, it's all right.
All right, what else did you do?
Yep. Then I took off the battery box to give me room for all this seam sealing I did.
Oh, so that was our quarter patch that we did a long time ago, right before we painted the car, and we never really seam sealed or painted the back of it. So Matt took care of that today. It's kind of a messy job, but really important to get that sealed off. Otherwise, that would cause some problems later.
Also did it inside the vehicle.
One thing we've done is made this rear package tray. You can see we've got a variety of covers on it right now. We haven't decided, but probably going to go with these mesh basic square ones here. And you can see the carbon fiber copied Rob Rasdi Vermetta with the carbon fiber cover on the back. And we got our seat brackets made to get these Fiero seats that we covered a long time ago installed. And then Matt, what else did you do? Gauge cluster.
Oh yeah, basically all I did was just mount the gauge cluster in, drill the holes for it, and screw it in.
So we got this cool gauge cluster that's sitting right here. It's pretty sweet, and it's made for a 65 Mustang, but it actually doesn't fit. So we had to do a little bit of fabricating and make some brackets. And then the last thing we did was, this seat's kind of dirty right now because my hands have been on it, but we made some brackets to make these seats fit, and we got to remake them because we made them out of some 1/8" plate, and it just is too thin. So we're going to remake them out of some 3/16, and it should be good to go. So, and then the last thing we're working on is battery box. Subwoofer box. Been a long day. And got it made. It's gonna have 2 8s mounted in it there, and it's custom fit into the area. Bring the light here, Matt. It fits back up in that recessed area up in there, and so 2 8s is about all we could get in there and make it look good and fit good. So we should have that wrapped up and hope to paint some parts. We got a lot of parts prepped up. Matt spent a lot of time on that today. These are all the window trim and weather stripping channels and all that kind of stuff. And it was all chrome, and so we got it prepped down, and we're gonna etch it and then seal it and paint it. And Slow SRT was saying I should use some etch primer on that. And I've never used any, so I have to get some and get that going. And then these bad boys, the vent windows, have been scuffed down. We painted those before. This is the very first thing we ever painted on the car, and it was way back when we were probably about 4 years ago, and we painted them with a Harbor Freight gun. Had no idea how to set it up, and I had a lot of orange peel in it. We tried to sand the orange peel out and sand it through, and it was a big mess. I think I painted them about 3 times, but anyway, the reason I did that was I thought it would be a lot easier to install these with the quarter panels cut off back when we used to have them cut off the car. But it really isn't a big deal to get them in and out. So we got those out, scuffed down, ready to get spot primed in a few areas, and painted the same color as the top part. All the trim and everything will be in this charcoal gray, hopefully minus the layer of dust that's on it. So anyway, it's a long video tonight. Going forward, we're just going to make some quick ones showing the progress. And then right at the end here, I'm going to attach our task list and what all we're working on here and trying to get done this week. Also, as you saw at the beginning, we decided on our name, MLR, Matt's initials, Supra Stang. Supra because of the 2JZ Supra engine that's in here. Technically, it's an Aristo engine, but it's the same power plant that goes in the Supra. This one came out of an Aristo. We could call it MLR Aristo Stang. It just does not have the same kind of coolness to it, does it?
No one over here knows what an Aristo is.
Exactly. And, I don't know, maybe it's won't even really be a real MLR Supra Stang. It's just be a fake one. I think this is the real deal. All right, that's a wrap.